Hello guys, this is Sandra here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. It's lovely to have you here and I hope you're gonna enjoy your time. So today we're gonna catch up with my Pendos palettes update, and if you've been here before, you know that at the moment I'm working on 3, which might seem a bit obsessive, I guess, or a bit too much, but I will explain as we go why I have 3 on the go. And I think my last update was in the beginning of July. At the moment it's the end of August, so it's been almost 2 months, I would say about a month and a half, and it's not going to be my best update so far, but it's not too bad. So the first palette we always catch up on is the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette. And I started working on this because I quite like the colour scheme in it all year round, and also this is a palette that while I love what Wet n Wild did, I was not a big fan of. And I know that at the moment there's a lot of talks going around about what is cruelty free in the cruelty free community. I'm not too sure at the moment what I'm thinking, but the way how they just started selling in China and not really telling anyone, just the same way as Physicians Formula, just does not sit well with me, especially when it's such a big brand. So we're working on this to get it out of my collection. If you look at the pictures at first glance, you might not see a lot of change, but actually my dip in that dusky pink is a lot bigger. You can actually see a little of the indentation in the pan. I feel like my dent on this orangey brown is bigger as well. And I'm not sure how well you can see it in the pictures, but I have a dip going on now in this burgundy color, but it's quite hard to see. And I used this shade so many times. I have it on my eye as well, with obviously loads of other shadows at the moment as well, and for some reason it just doesn't go. I don't know what's happening. The same with this other pinky shade. That's the only other shade I have no pan on in this palette so far, and I don't know why. I'm working on those though, so hopefully by next update you can see more pan. But again, at the same time, while I haven't hit new pan, you can see a little bit of difference in these palettes, which is good enough, I guess. You know, some months it's just, I don't know, I think this is the time when I'm getting to the point now that I'm starting to be a bit bored of these palettes. But we're almost at the end of the year, and in the next year I'm gonna rejig of how I'm penning my eyeshadows. But for now I'm just gonna push through the year and hope that I get really good progress out of these. But even so, if you look at how it looked like when I rolled this palette in January when we started, or I think my intro might have went up in December, you know, I'm super happy with how well loved this palette is. The next one is my Naked Basics, and another reason why I wanted to work on this palette as well is because in this one I have really neutral shades and there's barely anything left, but this is the palette where I think it will be harder and harder to see progress. There's definitely not a lot of progress you can see this month, unfortunately. I again keep using it for my brows. Faint and Crave I use for my brows, and then Venus I use on my brow bone most of the time. And because I'm so pale at the moment, if I really wanted to, I could use it as a highlighter, I guess, but I did not do that today. I don't know, it's really slow going, and I'm sure this will be me for a long time, but this is one of my very first eyeshadow palettes that I decided to splurge out on. This is definitely my very first high-end palette as far as I can remember. I remember when I was on a flight home and I seen it and I decided, you know what? Is duty free, I'm going to treat myself, and well, it definitely served me well. I mean, I think this is my closest eyeshadow palette that's about to being finished, and I used 3 shades up completely of the 6, but this will definitely stick around for quite a bit longer. And the last palette, which I rolled in about 3 updates ago, is the Balm Nude'Tude palette, and again, this might be my oldest high-end palette, I think, after this. So I just wanted to work on it, and it gives me a bit more variety when it comes to shades, because while there's a lot of neutral shades in this one, there's only 2 shimmery shades and the rest is matte. So I thought that this one can be a great companion palette to work on. and it's getting a bit old as well. So if you look at the pictures, you will see that I actually have a new pen to show you in this palette, which is super exciting. And it's the shade Snobby, and I knew it last month as well that I'm super close. And I like to mix Snobby with Standoffish and sometimes with Sassy, because this summer I did not really get too tanned. Unfortunately, I'm still super pale, so depending on what kind of makeup I'm wearing, I mix this shade as a highlighter. And today as well is what I have on my cheeks is Snobby and Standoffish. So it's not too pink and not too yellow either. It's a nice neutral mixture, and I feel like that works perfectly for my complexion. So I love mixing those two shades. I'm not too far off in the shade Stubborn either, which is this lovely pink shade. So maybe next month we can be there. I feel like Selfish, which is this cool tone brown shimmery shade, has quite a nice dip in it as well. And I use quite a bit of Sleek as well still. I'm not sure if it's that visible, but I quite like it for my eyebrows or for like a smudged out liner. It's quite beautiful as well. I'm not sure I used all the shades this month. I don't think I used Sophisticated or Seductive. I think I used all the other shades apart from those two, so it's not too bad going. We still have a new pen on this, so that's pretty good if you ask me. But I think that's it. It's going to be a really quick update because at the end of the day it's only 3 palettes, so I don't want to, you know, bore you too long. But if you haven't seen any of my previous updates, I can link them all in the cards below. And I think that's it for today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, you know, project penning things from me, I will leave my playlist at the end of this video in the, or also down in the down bar if you want to check them out. But that's it. I hope you like this video. If you do, please come back for more. I post every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I have the occasional Saturday videos as well. But for now I'm gonna go, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.